What is that noise?
Oh, that's a little better. Byron might have a chance now. Oh, that was beautiful.
What in the world are you doing?
Practicing my back golf swing so Byron has a chance next time he comes down to play golf.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be doing a truck inspection.
Waiting on you. I had to show you how to do it anyway.
All right. Well, show me how.
Alright, so when you start with a trucking inspection audit, first thing you should do is you're walking up the truck, observe the overall cleanliness of the truck. So this one you can see has not been through a wash in a while. It's got a bunch of road residue, tanks are all filthy, windows and mirrors look to be clean, but the back is dirty. The trailer looks like it got attacked by a rattle can, but the trailer's not too bad. So once you see how clean the truck looks, you can make a note on that. Then I like using the paper form. You can find these in the trucking folder under audits and inspections. There should be a blank form in there that you can print off. I find this easier than doing the inspection form through EHS on your phone. So once you get started, first thing on here is to check that all your lights work. So I'll turn the truck to auxiliary, headlights, and then you can turn on your four-way hazards. So start with the normal walk around like you would on any other pre-trip. Make sure marker lights work, turn signals, low beams, clearance lights. All the way around the other side, checking your markers, checking all your clearance lights heading down the trailer. And you'll carry on checking all the lights just like you normally would. So then you move on and you check that your tires have proper air pressure. Use a tire gauge. Don't just thump on them and assume they're good. Get out a gauge, check the pressure. After that, you move on to the tread depth gauge. Check tread depth. They should have a minimum on the steers 430 seconds. If they are under that or even at 430 seconds, they need to be changed. These tires in particular are at 1530 seconds. They're still fairly new, so they'll be good. You then write your tread depth in on that line. So front right, front left, right, rear front right, rear front left, rear back right, rear back left. So enter each gauge reading as you're heading down. Next thing you check for is your windshield, your mirrors. Check for cracks, check for dings. Check that they're clean, that the previous driver cleaned them when they got done with their shift. And you check your mirrors, check for damage. Like your side mirrors, make sure the adjustment actually works. Crawl in the cab, turn them on. Now, on this trailer, we have a light that's out. So if you come across a light that's out or something that needs repaired, put a note on here. There are sections for pass, fix, or not applicable. Everything's good, you mark it as pass. If it needs fixed, mark it as a fix, make a note. Get it fixed, don't just leave it be. Once it's fixed, mark it with pass, initial it, it's been fixed. So moving on from there, you need to be checking your decals. Make sure they aren't peeling, ripping, cracking, they're not discolored, they're not missing any letters. Same with on the trailer. We don't have BHI decals on this trailer, but the unit number, make sure it's on there. Make sure it can be read, not peeling, cracking, or missing anything. Alrighty folks, the next section on this inspection form is the engine compartment. Like any other pre-trip when you're doing while you're driving, first thing you check is your engine oil. Make sure it's full up to the top of the fill line. Check your power steering level. Make sure it's not low. Wiper fluid. Check for water in your water separator. Check the linkages for all your steering. Check your hubs. Make sure there's oil in those and there's no dripping draining or leaking. Check your steering components, make sure everything's good. Check your hoses, hose clamps, fittings. Anything loose, it's going to cause issues. So move over to the other side. Once again, check your hoses and clamps. Anything, if it's supposed to move, make sure it moves. If it's not supposed to move, make sure it doesn't. Check your belts. You should have no more than an inch of play. Then check your suspension, check your hubs, check your brakes. Make sure everything is good. Check your cabin filter. If it's full of dust, it's not blowing air. And then you're breathing in dust if that's getting through. Check for any air leaks. Fire the truck up once you've checked the oil. Let it air up. Listen for any leaks. Alrighty, next we move on to the interior or the cab inspection. First thing I like to check is the truck book. You make sure you have your annual inspection. Make sure it's up to date. Check that you have insurance, IFTA, any permits, a DOT instruction sheet for if an officer needs to get to your logs. Same for your registration. Anything and everything. You should have 8 days worth of paper logs. They have plenty in this truck. Make sure the book is in good condition. Make sure it's not falling apart. Nothing's damaged. You should also make sure the fuel card is in the truck. It's this one, between the seats where it belongs. Next, make sure all your dash lights work. All your indicators. Then you'll fire up, you'll air up, and you will do your lab test or your brake test. So you let it air up. Fully, we're going to pretend that it is. Turn your truck back off. Turn your key back to power and make sure your wheels are chocked before releasing the brakes. Release your trailer. Alright, now for your brake test. Start airing the truck up fully, letting it build up, pop off, make sure the governor pops off at about 125. Kill your truck, turn the key back to auxiliary, and then you press and hold your brakes. You should not lose any more than 3 psi in a minute. So I'll count down 1, 2, 3, so on until you hit a minute. You reach that point, you didn't lose more than 3 psi, truck passes. Now you move on to checking for the alarm. You fan your brakes down until your alarm kicks on. Should be right there around 60 psi or so. If the alarm doesn't go on, you should have a visual, a light, flag coming down, some kind of visual alarm or alert that you are running low on air. As long as you have that, you pass. Keep going. Keep fanning your brakes down until you reach right there about 25 to 40 pounds. Then make sure your brake buttons, your tractor protection valve, make sure it pops out and sets your brakes. Once that's been done, you can air back up and continue on with the inspection. Now that the lab test has been done, there's a few more things you need to check in the cab every day. Your fire extinguisher, make sure it's here, make sure it's not damaged, dinged, dented, make sure it has pressure, make sure that it's had its monthly inspection. So most people, about the first few days of the month, they'll go in, they'll check it over and make sure it's good, and they'll punch the card. If it is low on pressure, if there's damage to the fire extinguisher, pull it out, get a new one. The other things you need to check for are your triangles, your emergency triangles, and a first aid kit. Those are generally going to be under the passenger seat. Alrighty, the last section we have on this form is for the trailer. treat it a lot like the truck. You're checking for air leaks, you're checking your hub oils, checking your lights, checking for any damage. Check the glad hand rubbers. Pull these off, check them. If they're damaged, wrinkled, anything, they're cheap. Get them replaced. It's not hard. Make sure your lights are all plugged in good. You need to check the hoses. Make sure there's no frays, no leaks. Check your electrical lines, anywhere they come out of the frame. Make sure there's no frays. Check the general condition of the trailer. This one looks like it's seen better days, but is in the process of being fixed. Check your brakes. These have slack adjusters. You should have no more than an inch or so of play, which they're set, they're not going to work. But check your slack adjusters for proper adjustment. Make sure you have good brake pads. Make sure they're not too worn out. These look like they've still got quite a bit of life left in them. Check all your other air connections. Listen for leaks the entire time you're walking around. Check your hubs for proper oil. If they're painted blue, then they're a greased hub. If not, then you need to check the oil level. Check your tire pressures again. Check the tread depth on them. There's not a section on here for them, but you can still check them. Know what condition your tires are in. Check your suspension. Any cracks, breaks, your U-bolts, make sure they're set good. Make sure they're not broken. Make sure all your bolts are tight. Check for reflective tape. The back, the sides, over your mud flaps. Again, make sure lights work. Check that your lug nuts are tight. If they're loose, losing a trailer tire is not a good thing, not a good time. So, those of you know that I know that one from experience. Basically just check everything on your trailer. If everything's good, you mark it all as good to go. And then you can move back inside to submitting.
Hey Brandon, I heard that we have a thing called EHS that we have to do. How do you take this information and upload it over there on EHS? Can you walk me through that?
Alrighty, yes I can. So to do that, you go to ehsinsight.com. If you're a foreman or hire, you've got an account, you're set up. You go into that, you go to forms. It's a section on the first page. Then you go to audit and inspection. Fill out the first portion. It's going to ask your name, the job number, the date, who all's involved. Then it'll ask you for a question set. All the way towards the bottom, there's a supplementary trucking inspection. Click on that one and follow through the list. It's going to list off everything on this form to check. You mark it as good, you mark it as bad. You enter your tire pressures, you enter the tread depths. Keep working your way down through it. Everything that's on this form should be on there. At the very bottom, there is essentially a BBSO, a behavior-based safety observation. Basically, you're checking in with the driver. Go through it, answer the questions, check in with the driver. Know what's going on with them. Give their attitude, how they're feeling, what's going on in their life, so on. Anything they're willing to share, you can put on there. Under that is you get to the submitting. You can scan this form in and attach it to that EHS form. Then any comments, anything that needs to be fixed, anything you fixed before submitting, like we had the light out on the driver's side front corner of this trailer. Get that fixed. You can put the comment that it was fixed. Then you can attach it and you would then hit submit.
After we submit it, Brandon, do we have to go into anything in the trucking folder when it comes to audits or anything?
Yes, there is the monthly trucking audit spreadsheet. You would go to whoever your leader is, whether it's Drew for you, you'd go to your own. Everyone under you would put it on yours. I would go into Danny's and put mine under his. You put the date you did the inspection, you put what truck and trailer you did the inspection in, and then you can actually attach a hyperlink to the inspection form you did on EHS Insight so that it can be tracked back and everything can be found that was written up, was good, was bad, however. Well, folks, that is the end of that. We went over performing the audit inspection. We went over submitting the audit inspection. So hopefully you know how to do it now, but it is after 5 o'clock. Business is closed. I need to get back to practicing my golf swings. So Byron's coming down, and he is definitely going down.